Hey there, everyone. Just getting it set up still. See if I can get this to work. There we go. Okay. How's everyone doing? Hey, Arlie, one and only Cheryl, Lauren, welcome everyone. Okay, we have to get back to where she was talking about her book, I remember.
안 그래도 이거 좀
Okay.
제가 이번 조사를 위해 작성한 사건 일지예요.
Okay, we're not here yet. Hold on, I'm just gonna get my dictionary open.
네, 제가 조사한 모든 게 그 안에 있어요.
Okay, we're still not there. I see the notebook was open, I think. Oh, that's right. There's the story in here. Okay, we already did this. I don't want to hold down the control button. It goes too fast. It's kind of dangerous. Four-month-old cousin. Nice. I remember doing that. We had a yoga ball we used.
제법
Because it's too hard just to keep like rocking a baby to sleep for like 2 hours. So we just had like a big yoga ball, you know, bounce on the yoga ball. That worked pretty good.
가족 권상 전무 아버지는 가끔 깨 하지만
Okay,
집에서
yeah.
뭐
Pardon me for going slow. I know if I hit the control, it's just gonna pass right by what we're supposed to
그러다
do.
보니 다음 장
Okay, I think this was it. 체계적으로 정리되어 있는 앞 사건 일지와는 달리, yeah, this is the right one. 여기부터 휘갈긴 뜻한 메모들이 어지럽게 늘어져 있었다. So, this was systematically, I remember. So, 앞 사건 일지, the previous case journal, different than the previous case journal, which was organized systematically. Here there are memos that are kind of like they're just scribbled and they're messily sprawled about. So this is another hard to translate sentence, but yeah.
보기 어렵죠? 설명드리자면
It's hard to look at, isn't it? It's hard to see, right? Yeah, because it's all messy. 설명드리자면, if I'm going to give you an explanation of it. I got my dictionary open for later. Oh man, today I just finished. Good news, I just finished writing, for the most part, writing the last 20 episodes for the series. I still have about 20 more vocabulary words I need to stick in. Just a disclaimer, there's so many words I wanted to put in, I just had to click delete on that I can't add. Just for space reasons, there's just not enough space. And the thing is, there are over 1,300 words in the new series, and the problem is that, like, in my books I could teach one word, like I could teach like 눈이 아파요, my eyes hurt, or 머리가 아파요, my head hurts, I have a headache. But in this, I can't just do that. I can't, and then I would just teach that in the book, and then in the appendix, not the appendix, the glossary, I can give like all the other body parts I want in the same chapter. So I teach like 머리가 아파요, 다리가 아파요, whatever, or like 부러졌어요, my leg broke, or something like that. And then in the glossary, I can teach like, you know, face, arm, leg, torso, back, neck, all this stuff without having to make sentences for it, because it's fine. I mean, the learner's going to practice that and they know how to use it. With this series, though, I'm not doing that at all. Every single word is used in an example or explained, and or both. So that means if I want to have 1,000 words, I need to have 1,000 sentences. So for the most part, yeah, there's been over 1,000 sentences in the series. But then that's a problem because that means there are a lot of words I just can't teach. Like, it's just like funny. You're, like, after you finish the series, you'll be able to make like decent beginner level sentences, but you don't know the word for like salt and pepper. It's like, you won't know the word for tiger or lion or bear or giraffe or any of that stuff, elephant, but you'll know, like, you know, the basic grammar. So it's kind of funny. It's like, but there's still a list of like 20 words that I have to put in because I just feel they're so important to know. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just adding in some extra words here and there. One word of warning, though, is that because I'm adding in so many vocabulary words, especially these last 20 lessons, the writing's tiny. Like, you can read it, you could read it on a tablet, but if you're looking at it on a phone, it's going to be like really hard to read. It's going to be like really small font. I mean, it's readable, but for a Korean learner, it's very tiny. Okay, 사라지기 일주일 전부터 흰색 옷을 고집했고. So from 1 week before he disappeared, oh, you're focused on 고집하다. I guess that's focused. Yeah. So you're insisting on or focusing on, I'll say insisting is better. Some guy wearing white clothes from 1 week before your dad disappeared. 하지만 내 입장에선 전혀 어려운 내용들이 아니었다. But from my point of view, from my place where I am, it wasn't anything difficult at all. Basically, what she's explaining, what she's written, it's not difficult at all for me because I'm a reporter. Okay, sorry, I just missed what you guys said. This beginner series is a good refresher. So many beginner topics. Yeah, hopefully that's what I want. I want people to watch it and then be like, okay, I can't speak Korean still at all, but I kind of learned a lot of stuff in this. Like, I think I could go on and then they could take what they learned and start a series with whatever book they want, or, you know, watch some other videos or go to Korea. It's like enough to get a good taste of how things work. They'll still have to go and learn all the intermediate and advanced grammar. They'll have to learn all of the other beginning vocabulary because there's really, like I said, 1,300 words is nothing. Even my 3 books, even my first 2 books teach well over 2,000. And I think even by the 3rd book, it's still like, it's only like 3,300 words or something by the 3rd book. So like, it's still tiny compared to what you need, but hopefully it's like a good taste for it. Thought you couldn't use past tense with 고, but I've seen, you can. Where'd you see it? I actually addressed that in the oh, I see, 고집했고. No, I actually addressed that in the beginner course I'm making. That you don't need it, but you can use it. It makes sense. It's not necessary though. You cannot, however, use it with the sol form, but you can use it with 고. It's just not usually necessary when you're saying I did something and then I did something. But if you want to say I did something and then, and kind of like stop, then yeah, you need it. 키워드 하나하나가 전부 내가 쫓던 사건들과 닮아 있었으니까. And each of these keywords, as in like highlight important words that I'm finding in here, all resemble the case that I am searching, the case that I'm chasing after. 두 달에 한 번 정기적으로 자리를 비웠으며. So I kept a spot open regularly once every 2 months, and 가끔 이상한 행동을 하고 있었다는 목격담. 목격담? Is that witness records? 목격 is witness. Tam is usually like some sort of writing thing. Witness reports, maybe? Eyewitness accounts. Okay, I was close. I just have to write down the whole thing. And it's kind of hot because it's still really hot weather. It got hot again suddenly. It was like cool for a while, and then it got super hot again, and this weekend's going to be really, really hot. It's frustrating. And then today, suddenly, they announced they're doing like the energy saving thing again with no warning. Just, I think they're still doing it. Are they? Wait, I thought, let me see. It said from, yeah, 5:30. Are they still doing it? I didn't get a notice that it got extended. It should have been over by 5:45. Okay. So basically every month, once every 2 months on a regular basis, I left a spot open, and then I had eyewitness accounts that I had of strange activities sometimes. This isn't the complete sentence yet. 혹시 목욕에 대한 얘기는 없었나요? Okay, so this is what we're thinking to ourselves. So it wasn't strange at all. I'm used to this type of stuff. And then I tell her, hold on. It is, I think. Yeah, I got oh my gosh. They started 5:30, then extended now. So what, only 30 minutes? I'm just messaging my wife. It's like funny, like we didn't get a notice that they're extending it, but I guess what they did is they did it for 15 minutes and then they extended again after 15 minutes just so that your air conditioner can't turn on for that 15 minutes. That way they get a 45-minute break instead of two 15-minute ones. Yeah, they're mean. The way they do it is like, I mean, if I was filming, I would just turn it on anyway, but it's not very nice that they do that. Like they have these auto ones where they'll automatically do it if you opt into it. And like, it'll be 15 minutes at a time. It'll send you a notice right before it happens, but it's supposed to be like 15 minutes and then it stops, or if it'll tell you it extends. But what they've been doing lately is taking a break of 15 minutes in between. And during that break, like your air conditioner won't even turn on yet. And then they'll tell you 15 minutes later they extended it so that it lasts 45 minutes, even though they only pay you for 30 of the minutes. Anyway. So what was I doing? 혹시 목욕에 대한 얘기는 없었나요? What am I even talking about? Let's get back to the game. Was there any sort of talk about 목욕 that's like bathing? I don't get why we're asking this. What does this have to do with anything? This game is so random sometimes. Yeah, bath. Any sort of talk of bathing?
목욕은 잘 모르겠네요.
I don't really know. 아마 일주일 전부터 목욕에 상당히 신경 썼을 겁니다. I don't know, what are you talking about? What 목욕? What bath? I swear there was nothing about bath here. There's nothing about anyone washing up or taking a bath or anything. Maybe from about a week ago there was or he or she would have been really concerned about about bathing. Why? 그리고 혈흔에 대한 묘사가 안 보이는데, and I don't see any description about the blood stains, but 흉기에 묻은 양을 제외하면, if we ignore the amount that was left on the murder weapon, 발견된 혈흔의 양은 소량이었죠. Then the blood spots that was discovered, the quantity of the blood that was discovered was quite a low quantity. 소, small, 양 quantity.
맞아요.
I guess we're talking about like him after killing him would have gone and taken a bath or something, or bathed off. I guess that's what we're talking about. But we never said anything like that to ourselves first. Like maybe I should ask her about this. We just spurted it out, so it doesn't make any sense. Not holy water. No, that was the coma. We did holy water stuff. 어딘지 묘하게 달라진 말투에 나는 슬쩍 고개를 들어 한세이를 봤다. Let me see if this could be... I don't fully understand this part. I know all the words in here. Okay, I got it. I was thinking of the wrong word for 어딘지. I got it now. Hearing her words, the way she was speaking, strangely change a little bit somehow, in some way, I should say, in some way, I raised my head and looked at her. So I heard her voice kind of changed and I looked at her. 한세이는 살짝 놀란 얼굴로 날 바라보고 있었다. 한세이 was with a slightly surprised face. She was staring at me with kind of a surprised face. No, that wasn't the Nika sentence. If I couldn't figure it out, I would have made it a Nika sentence. But I'm like, why can't I get this? I know all these words. And then it's because I was thinking 어딘지 as in like with 알다 or 모르다, like to not know where. And remembering that 어딘지 can also mean like somewhere I don't know. Because yeah, anyway. 뭐지? What's up? Is it because I mentioned bathing? Get out! I don't know this. Sideways. I tilted my head sideways. 노트 쪽으로 고개를 돌렸다. And then moved my turned back to the notes. 이 부분은 뭐죠? What's this part?
어디 봐요.
Let's see.
아, 그건 권상현 아저씨가 직접 그린 지도를 옮겨 그린 거예요.
That's a map that Kwon Sang-hyun had drawn himself, which I copied over here. Literally moved and copied.
이 부근의 지도죠. 여기 표시된 곳 보이죠?
이 부근, I guess that's this area. I don't know this word. Yeah. Okay, I'll write that down. I wasn't familiar with the word 부근, but you can kind of guess what it means because there's a lot of words that are kind of similar to this.
거길 입구로 해서 여기에 들어올 수 있었어요.
Oh wait, did I translate that? I don't think I did. It's a map of this. It's a map of this area. You see the place that's marked here, right? Why is this mouse moving so slowly? What's open in the background of my computer? Looks like just Steam Labs. Okay, that's weird. Anyway, 거기 입구로 해서, so there, starting from there is the entrance, and you can enter in through here. So this is a little map of the area that she has. 그렇군요. I see. 잠시 정리해보자. Okay, let's assemble our thoughts for a bit. 한세 아버지의 동업자, a co-worker of 한세's dad, or what's the word? Partner, business partner of 한세's dad. 권상형 씨의 실종은, his disappearance was, 내가 조사하던 집단 실종 사건과 비슷한, similar to the disappearing person case files which I had been investigating. Wait, no. 거의 흡사한 양상을 보이고 있다. 양상? It's not regular 양상. Aspect. Okay. Aspect. Is that right? Status. Look. Okay. It's basically, it's a similar look, almost the same. It looks to be almost the same. 정기적으로 자리를 비우는 행동 패턴. This pattern of activity which 자리를 비우는? Leaves space? Hold on, I'm gonna go on because it has a comma, so I think it continues. Ah, dang it, I hate when it does that. It has a comma like it's gonna continue on the same page and then it goes on to the next page. Pattern of activity that regularly leaves a space, leaves space for something. I don't quite get this. 다리 비우다 is just leave a space. Leave a seat, leave a space. I guess it would just be this pattern activity that regularly has a gap in it. Something like that. I'm not 100% sure on that though. But there is a lot of weird writing in this game though, so. 실종 일주일 전부터 목욕과 흰 옷에 집착하는 묘한 모습. What is this guy talking? How does our character know more than we know as a player? Like, I don't like that. I wish that it wasn't like this. Like, we don't know what our character's talking about a lot, because he knows about stuff that we don't know, and he doesn't explain it to us, so it's kind of frustrating. Hey, Stitch. How's it going, Stitch? It strangely appears to be obsessed with. Yeah, strangely obsessed with. Okay, from about 1 week before the disappearance, it appears to be strangely obsessed with something about bathing and white clothes. But who? 그리고 사라지기 전 자신의 몸을 자해하는 모습. And then before he disappeared, is this self-harm? Yeah. Harming his own body before disappearing. 그렇다면 권상영 씨의 실종 역시 실종 역시? Stitch, what's this? Is this a typo? Is this a typo, Stitch? Please tell me it's a typo. So Mr. Kwon's disappearance was as expected. 내가 쫓아왔던 이 실종 사건의 한 조각이라는 결론이 나온다. Yeah, I thought it's a typo. Okay. So they just wrote it twice. It's supposed to be once. 실종 역시. 실종 역시 역시 이 실종 역시가 역시 야야야. Anyway, so yeah, as expected, this disappearing persons case is at least we can get the conclusion from at least one piece of this disappearing persons case, which I'm going after as expected through this disappearance of Mr. Kwon. This guy, I hate how he writes. I hate the when he talks. I mean, when he thinks. As soon as people talk, it's like so nice, so easy to translate. As soon as he's thinking, he's like he knows way more than we know, and it's frustrating.
아까 혈흔에 대해 물어보시던데.
See, it's totally normal. Before you were asking about the bloodstains.
준성 씨가 쫓던 사건 패턴에 혈흔도 있었나 보죠?
Totally normal Korean. So I'm guessing that there was some sort of bloodstain pattern at the crime scene that you're looking after, that you're looking at, that you were looking at. 바로 옆에서 들려오는 한세의 목소리에 나는 상념에서 깨어났다. So I woke from my, I'm guessing this is like thinking and stuff. Oh my goodness, is it finally over? Oh, it's finally over. Hold on. First, before I look up this word, let me, oh no, I don't want that. Let me make sure the air conditioner's on. Okay, it's on. Goodness, it's like so hot in here. It's 81 in my room. Goodness. Goodness gracious. Yeah, my thoughts. Okay. So I kind of broke out of my thoughts. I woke from my thoughts hearing Hansei's voice, which I could hear right next to me. Which I could hear from directly next to me, like that. 추석 잘 보내세요. Yeah, happy Chuseok. Also, Merry Chuseok is what I hear sometimes too. Like Merry Christmas. I've heard some friends say Merry Chuseok. And Hansei가 지나치게 가까이 있음을 깨달았다. I realized that Hansei was extremely close to me. 네. Yes. 그건 자해 흔적이었죠. That was a evidence of self-harm. But what is? I guess the blood? On the knife?
자해였단 말이죠.
You're saying it was just harmed himself. As in the knife probably wasn't used to kill someone. 한세의 얼굴이 복잡해졌다. She had a complicated she looked like she looked like she felt things were complicated. She had a complicated look on her. 고작 자해 흔적 때문에 아버지가 살인범으로 물렸다는 사실 때문일까? Could it be because of the fact that her father got this thing as a murderer? What is that? Yeah, branded. That's what I want. Branded as a murderer because of this self-harm evidence. The manufactured. That's not the word. Not manufactured. Made up, right? No, that's not. It's a different word. Okay. I was thinking it was a different one. That's Jujak. Never mind. At most. Okay, well, let's write down this. So perhaps that's because she realized the fact that her father was being branded as a murderer because of the bloodstains. Stitch, can you please translate this whole game for me? Why do I smell popcorn? That's definitely popcorn. 수요일 아침이야. Okay. 나는 잠시 한세이가 생각을 정리하길 기다렸다. So for a little bit I waited for her to kind of organize her thoughts. I don't think so. I think I can probably come up with something more natural in English just because I'm a native speaker, but it's hard to translate some of the stuff that this guy thinks. And a lot of it is not very natural when I translate it in English, so.
준석 씨와 같이 그 현장을 발견했을 때부터 보통 실종 사건은 아니라고 생각했는데.
I see, because I was like, which crime scene is she talking about? And I remember in the very beginning of the game, she tased us. So it's talking about that. Okay, since the time that we discovered that crime scene together, I thought that it wasn't a normal missing person case.
어쩌면 제 생각보다
I was like, I'm so used to him just thinking this boring stuff that I was just gonna read it before she even got to talk. Perhaps even more than I thought.
더 말도 안 되는 사건일지도 모르겠네요.
This might even be some sort of crazy. This might even be some sort of case. Crazy. This might be some kind of case even more crazy than I had thought. 짐작 가는 건 없나요? 짐작. No, I know this. I can't remember this. I looked it up. Okay. Yeah. Any sort of thing that are you getting an idea? You getting any idea? Estimating something. So guessing. Yeah, I was thinking 짐작하다. Yeah, 짐작하다 is the one that I had written down. So not 짐작하다 also. So any guesses, basically. 권상경이라는 분이 평소 종교 관련해서 이상한 얘기를 했다던가, maybe like something like that. 권상형 was always, regularly would say strange things related to like religion or something. Perhaps something like that. Spoken Korean. The bookish Korean. Well, for one thing is that they use lots of verbs or words, I should say, that you don't need to use so much in regular speech. When they speak, it's mostly normal Korean. It sounds normal to me. I mean, I'm not a Korean, but it doesn't seem weird to me. It seems normal. Like for his thinking, for example, let's go up to here. The way he's thinking, he won't connect things together. 동업자인 권상영 씨. I think normally in spoken Korean it'd be like 한세 아버지의 동업자이시고, or maybe I'd start the sentence by saying first the person's name. 권상영 씨는 한세의 아버지의 동업자였고, and something like that. Like I'd start talking about him, describing him. I'd just do it more directly. Whereas in writing they'll do it kind of backwards, like 한세's father, or 한세's father's business partner, known as Kwon Sang-hyun. His disappearance had been investigated. Like, they'll do it like with more passive voice. They'll do it with more separating things. So instead of just saying, well, I went to the store, it'll be like, to the store. I went there and I discovered, like, kind of like that. They speak a little bit more random to emphasize stuff. Kind of like I'm giving points, like their father's business partner. The name was Kwon Sang-hyun, and he there was evidence of the crime scene. And that evidence, ... Like, you wouldn't speak that way, but you could write that way. You're like building suspense, or they'll use other adjectives that sound more fancy. Like when you're speaking, you'll just say like, yeah, I saw an awesome movie. But when you're writing, I saw the most incredible movie I had ever seen before that point in time. That's what it's like. Like, yeah, you could speak like that, but no one will like that.
눈에 띄는 분은 아니셨어요. 오히려 평범하셨죠.
It wasn't really anyone that would catch your eye. Rather, he was quite normal looking.
이상한 사이비 종교를 믿고 있었다는 건 실종된 뒤에 알게 된 사실이에요.
The fact that he was believing in some sort of strange cult, well, that's something that came to be known after his disappearance.
우선은 이곳에 준성 씨가 조사했던 실종자들이 실제로 있는지부터 알아봐야겠어요.
Like, first of all, we've got to check out whether those people who've disappeared actually exist. I gotta practice my my Shaggy so we can do it a little bit better than this. That's Shaggy. Like, Zoink Scoob! Don't you know the... Don't you know Scooby-Doo? Stitch! Alright, gang, let's split up. Oh my goodness, they're doing another one. They're doing another one of those electricity events. So they're turning off our air conditioner again. It's... Okay, search Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo Shaggy. If you search Scooby-Doo Shaggy, it's the guy who wears the green shirt. And he, like, talks like this! Everyone knows Shaggy. I don't know if there's a Shaggy Korean voice. I don't know what he'd sound like. 우선은 이곳... Like... I'd be interested to hear Scooby-Doo. Yeah. Scooby-Doo. The dog. That's right, Raggy. Scooby-Doo. They have Scooby-Doo. You don't know what Scooby-Doo is? Oh my gosh. You need to look up Scooby-Doo. Stitch. It's so famous. It's a cartoon that started in the 70s, I think? Is it 70s or 60s? I think it was 70s, but... Okay, 1969. So it's, yeah, I will say 70s though, because, yeah, obviously 69 is already the end of the 60s, so... Shaggy in Korean is like me doing the high pitch. Yeah, it doesn't sound natural. Yeah, they started in the 70s. It's been really popular since then. They still make movies. They made just a movie this year, I think, even. They have TV shows, made for TV movies. It's all animated. And they have some live action movies too. Super famous, really simple show. It's kind of fun. 우선은 first of all, 이곳에 준성 씨가 조사했던 실종자들의 실제로 있는지부터 알아봐야겠어요. Anyway, first of all, what we have to figure out before anything else is whether those people that you are investigating who disappeared really exist or not.
혹시 실종자들 얼굴 기억해요?
This dog has a nice body. The dog, oh, he's a dog. That's yeah, that's Scooby. By chance, do you remember the faces of the people who disappeared? Yeah, and there's a lot of famous stuff from that show, like, and I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids. And then the joke where they run through the rooms and they exit through a different door and then they run through a different room and they leave through a different door. There's that, putting like a big sandwich in your mouth in one bite. Zoinks, Jeepers, Jinkies. No, Jeepers is not from that show. Zoinks, Jinkies, and oh, there's another one. Anyway, yeah, there's some famous stuff from that show. Scooby's a Great Dane. That's right. Scooby Snacks. Yeah, Scooby Snacks. That's right. 실종자들과 마을 사람들을 대조해 보자는 거죠. 대조하다? 대조, I don't know that. Just says compare. I don't like when I want the Korean definition. Contrast is probably better. Okay, 비교하다. I see. 대조. All right. So what you're saying is, yeah. So what you're saying is, let's compare the disappearing people, the people who've disappeared, with the village people. Because what she's thinking is maybe the people who've disappeared were actually just people who moved to this village. Like maybe they're the crazy religious people. 좀 어려워요. That's kind of difficult. That's kind of hard. 말을 둘러봤으면 아실 테지만 다들 어디서 마약이라도 한 마냥 몽골이 말이 아니잖아요. 몰골이 말이 아니잖아요. 몰골이. I think I learned this word already. Yeah, this is familiar. That's right. 몰골. If you look around the village, you know, you're kind of... You'd probably know if you looked around the village, but everyone looks like, kind of like, really ugly. Like they're doing drugs or something. I'm gonna write this down though, because I think it's kind of funny. And I want another sentence for 몰골, because we learned one sentence with the last time we saw it was with the inn owner. We talked about his ugly appearance. Oops.
확실히 그랬죠.
Yeah, they did. Dog Billy? Yeah, I don't know dog breeds. I don't even know dog breeds in English though, so that's the problem. 저 사람들이 제 친인 척이라도 알아보기 힘든 판국의 사진으로밖에 못 본 사람들이라면 좀 무리죠. 판국 judgment. Ah, that's right. Situation. So it's this sort of situation where it would be difficult to even figure out who they were, even if they were my own relatives. Because of that, 사진으로밖에 못 본 사람들이라면 좀 무리죠. And if it's people who I've only seen in a photo, it's going to be kind of impossible. Spelled that wrong. Oh, these sentences are so long. It's like, this is the second candidate that's a real person, I think. The first candidate I still think might be Cheshiri, although we don't know. This is the second girl I think could be a real human, but I don't know.
뭔가 방법이 없을까요?
Is there no way? Is there no method? But then, I mean, it could just be like a trick. Like she behaves also the most normal, but that could also just be the trick. Like, no, because she's a kumiho, so she's got to trick men to eat their livers. Anyway, so. 반려견 훈련사. Yeah. 반려견 훈련사. Just say, I train the dogs. Training dogs to be very cute and learning tricks. Jump. You just say like that. That works too. I have a feeling you might not be that interested because I know a file with pictures of names, saving the trouble. Well, if you already have a file with the names, then you could just learn them yourself. You don't need to spend your money so that I read the list to you. 방법이라, a way, a method, some way, somehow to do it, some way that I can do that. 나는 잠시 생각에 잠겼다. For a moment, I was kind of lost in my thought for a second, kind of thinking, deep thought for a second. 그리고 내가 쫓던 사건을 다시 한번 떠올려 보았다. I don't do trick training. Okay. And then I once more thought about the case that I'm going after. Okay, 이윽고 내가 떠올린 키워드는, and then the keyword that came to mind though after that was disappearing person or religion. 이 마을이 종교 단체가 모이는 마을인 것을 떠올렸다. I thought that this village is a place where religious groups gather, or a religious group is gathering in this village. Or the keyword is missing person. 실종자들이 가졌던 공통점들을 떠올렸다. I thought about the similar traits of the people who had gone missing. Which one should we go with? Should we talk about the traits that are similar between the missing people, or should we say that I think this village is, just for religious groups? Yeah, they might just be Konglish. I mean, Korean has so many words that are just Konglish. I'm gonna guess that some of the really common breeds will have their own word for them, but yeah, I don't know. I'd guess it's like Doberman Retriever might just be like Doberman Retriever or something like that. I don't know if they use different words for that type of stuff. Okay, what do you guys vote for? Should we say the keyword in this whole case now is religion or missing person? Corgi and a Shiba. Those are different. Yeah, I can. And then there's also Shiba, and then there's the Jindo dogs also. Those are a little different too, because Jindos are bigger and they have more of a wide, or I should say long face. Whereas the Shiba dogs are a little bit smaller. Yeah, Doberman treat shows you what I know about dogs. So yeah, I'm not the person you want to ask for dog words in Korean. 미국인들은 개를 훨씬 많이 키우시는데 품종은 잘 구별 못하더라고. People who have dogs can tell the difference. I'm just not a dog person. Yeah, Punsang from North Korea. That's right. Yeah, the Punsang. Yeah, Stitch. Remember there was we were playing the game, The Island, and there was a dog, shadow in the background, and Cheryl's like, "Oh, it's a Punsang from North Korea," by the outline. So, okay. All right. Any other votes? We got one vote for missing person. Do I have one vote for religion? If we don't get any more votes, I'm just gonna do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So I'm gonna start eeny, meeny, miny, mo, but anyone's free to vote. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My mommy said to pick the very best one, and that will be it for the rest of their life today. Okay, we're going with this one. 실종자들은 사라지기 전 기이한 행동을 했어요. The missing people, before they disappeared, did some sort of strange activities. Did something strange before they disappeared. Pick one. I picked one. 그 행동에 무슨 의미가 있다면, if there's some sort of meaning to those actions, well, 그걸 통해 뭔가를 알아낼 수 있을지도 몰라요. We might be able to figure out something through that. 오른쪽. Okay, we picked the right one.
흰 옷을 즐겨 입고 혈흔을 남긴 그 패턴 말이죠.
You're talking about that pattern where they left the blood stains and enjoyed wearing white clothes.
하지만 그걸로 뭘 알 수 있을까요?
But what can you know from that? 그걸 생각해 봅시다. Let's think about that. 나는 팔짱을 껴n 채 빠르게 머리를 굴렀다. It's like quickly scratching my head with my arms kind of folded. 어찌 보면 의미 없어 보이는 그 행동들에 뭔가 의미를 두었다면, if there's some sort of meaning that's left in those actions that seems to be meaningless, perhaps it would be 답이 얼른 나오지가 않는다. The answer doesn't come right out. I can't think of the answer right away. Yeah, I think Americans would probably know like the really common breeds. Like everyone knows Wiener Dog, like a Siberian Husky, that type of stuff. Doberman Pinscher. Did I say Doberman Retriever? I meant Doberman Pinscher. Anyway, I think people would kind of recognize those ones, like the basic ones. But yeah, I don't think most people would know beyond whatever their own pets are, unless they're really interested in dogs. 나는 답답한 마음에 머리칼을 쥐어짜며 집중했다. I was kind of like pulling my hair and felt really frustrated. So I was focusing and pulling my hair and feeling really frustrated. So I'm like that. 뭔가 생각나라. Come on. Think of something. 분명 뭔가가. I'm sure there's something.
우선 실종자 명단을 보면서 다시 검토해보는 건 어떨까요?
How about checking into it, I think. Yeah. How about examining it again while looking at the list of the disappearing people's names? How about first of all we just kind of look it over again, the list of the disappearing people. Why can't I translate? The list of the people who have disappeared. So first of all, the list of the people who've disappeared. While looking at that, again, examine it. How about that? 실종자 명단? The list of disappearing people?
그 명단을 보다 보면 미처 발견 못한 공통점이 나올지도.
Maybe we'll find some sort of common trait that we couldn't discover if we are looking at that list. 맞아요, 명단. That's right, the list.
깜짝이야.
You startled me.
갑자기 무슨...
What are you talking about all of a sudden? 여긴 종교 단체가 모이는 곳이잖아요. Either way, it looks like I still do the left response. This is a place where religious groups gather. 그럼 교인들을 관리하기 위한 명단이 있을 거예요. Then there's going to be a list of people in order to manage the followers. Yeah, that makes sense. 동네 교회조차도 명단을 만들어 관리하니까, because even like a neighborhood church is gonna manage a list of people. That makes sense. 한세이가 놀란 얼굴을 해보인다. 한세이 is making a surprised face. 그 모습을 보자 나도 왠지 우쭐해지게 된다. 우쭐하다. I don't know that. I feel very proud. So I feel like, ha ha ha. Okay, I have to write down both of these sentences though, or else it won't have any context for the second sentence. Okay. So as soon as I saw her expression, I also felt very proud for some reason. Proud of myself for some reason. Is it over? Okay, finally it's over.
그럼 그 명단을 찾으면
Well, then if we can find that list... 그 명단에 권상형이라는 이름이 있는지 확인해 보면 되겠죠? Then we should just check if the name 권상형 is on that list. Right? 한세이는 흥분한 기색이었지만 she looked like she'd gotten excited, but right? Yeah. But then after that, she again returned to her that face. Yeah, cool and relaxed. I wasn't doing it very well, but her normal face.
그럼 방향은 정해진 것 같네요.
Then I guess our direction is decided.
전 마을 외곽 쪽의 건물들을 조사할게요. 준성 씨는 마을 내부 쪽부터 조사해 주세요.
I'm gonna check first from the buildings that are on the outskirts of the town, and then you start investigating from the insides of the town, the inner area. 뭐 그럽시다. Okay, let's do that. 그럼 조사를 마치면 여기서 다시 볼까요? That after we finish our investigation, should we meet here again?
그러죠.
Yes, let's do that. Oh my goodness, stay away from me. 한세이는 그렇게 말하며, she said that, and then 몇 걸음 다가와 took a few steps forward toward me, 나에게 손을 내밀었다, and extended her hand. 손바닥을 위로 한 채, their hand up like this, 살짝 비스듬히 놓여진 그 손을 잠시 멍하니 보던 나는, I, who was just kind of looking blankly for a moment at her hand, which was just kind of let out, 비스듬히, I don't know this word. Obliquely? Tiltedly? Okay. So looking at her hand, which was kind of like tilted out. I was just kind of staring at it for a moment. I'm guessing she wants to shake hands. So, duh. Like this. That's what she's doing. 비스듬히. Yeah, Stitch, we've already been playing this game for longer than any other game in my entire Steam library, for since I've done this game streaming, but I feel like we're still only like a third of the way, maybe almost halfway done. Yeah, we still have a lot more to figure out. 악수를 하자는 건가 싶어 한세의 손을 잡았다. Thinking that she wanted to shake hands, I grabbed her hand. 차갑긴 했지만 it was cold, but 작고 예쁜 손이라고 나도 모르게 생각해 버렸다. I kind of unconsciously or subconsciously just thought, though, it's quite a small and pretty hand. Yeah, we still have one more murder case, and we still have to visit like 10 more. We can pick 10 more people, 10 more times we can visit someone, I think. So yeah, we still have a lot more to go. And each time we visit someone, there's like all this stuff that happens. So much stuff that happens.
노트 달라고요.
So give me the notebook. Ha ha ha, yeah, sure. Yes, you could have said that instead of gone like this. Be like, give me the notebook. You're just like, I shook her hand, and she's like, I said give me the notebook. Yeah, this Friday will be 2 months since we first started this game. I know. Not since we started the live streaming, though. Yeah, that would be from earlier this year. I feel like March or April we started. Maybe April. What? Yeah. Oh, here. 홀 빠진 짓을 했다는 걸 인지한 나는 황급히 손을 빼고 노트를 내밀었다. So I realized that I had done something quite 홀 빠지다. I don't know this. Half-witted. Okay. So yeah, realizing I'd done something kind of half-witted, I 황급히, another word. I don't know. Just hurriedly, it's something to do with being quick. Okay, yeah, hurriedly, sure. I hurriedly let go of my hand. I stopped holding her hand and handed the notebook. Stretched out with my hand with the notebook like that, or held out the notebook. Maybe held out the notebook.
긴장 풀어주려고 이래요?
Are you trying to kind of relieve your... Are you trying to get rid of your stress? Are you acting like this because you're trying to get rid of your stress? Or is that reason you shook my hand because of that? Kind of like that. Huh?
해본 말이에요. 그럼...
Just saying. Okay, anyway. 그럼 다음에 또 봐. 의도를 알 수 없는 말을 남기고 한세이는 자리를 떠났다. So after saying something that I wasn't really sure what she meant, she left. Yeah, 풀다. That's right. 나는 그런 한세이를 뒷모습을 잠시 바라봤고. So I looked at Hansei, the back of her, as she kind of walking away. I looked at the back of her for a moment. 한세의 모습이 완전히 사라진 후, after she had completely disappeared, 근처 굴러다니는 돌 위에 걸터 앉았다. I kind of crouched down, sat down onto, or leaned and sat down on top of a stone that was kind of laid in the area. 앉은 채로 한세의 얘기를 곱씹어 본다. Guess that's like thinking about it again. Yeah. Just thinking over again what she said while I was sitting down. 아버지의 누명을 벗기기 위해 이 마을까지 왔다고 주장하는 한세이와, so Hansei, who insists that she came here to the village in order to remove the in order to clear her father's name, it's probably going to be that. Yeah. Right? Yeah. In order to clear her father's name, she said she came to this village. So with her, with Hansei and her father, 한세의 아버지에게 누명을 씌우는데 결정적인 역할을 한 오만호 기자에 대해서 생각한다. I'm thinking about 오만호, the reporter 오만호, who was served the decisive role in putting his good name at stake. So I was thinking about those two people. And 내가 그런 오만호 기자를 보면서 슬럼프에서 벗어나 새롭게 붙잡은 사건이, and also the case where I was able to kind of get myself back out of the slump while I was thinking of, actually while I was looking at 오만호, who was able to help get me out of that slump. I was thinking about that case where he was able to help get me out of a slump. 하필이면 한세이와 깊은 연관이 있음을 생각한다. I was thinking that maybe there's some sort of deep connection perhaps between that and Hansei. So like the way he talks, it's frustrating because he doesn't complete one sentence within what you see. He'll like say a part of the sentence and then the verb later, and you can't translate it without knowing both of them, and it's really long. Even if I read it and I like, yeah, I kind of get what he's saying, it's really hard to translate. 오만호 기자에 대한 존경심이 무너져간다. My respect though for 오만호 was kind of collapsing. 내 자신에 대한 혐오감도 피어난다. It's like, oops, hatred? Yeah. 피어나다, getting more and more hatred. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling more hatred toward myself. 한세에 대한 궁금증들과 이 사건들에 대한 정보들이 휘몰아친다. Try hard to be fancy. Is this blowing over? Blowing, come on. Yes. Sweeps, blows over. Okay. Sweeps over me. Let's see. And the information about these cases, as well as the kind of curiosity I have about Hansei, all of this just kind of sweeps over me. Yeah, it's all trying to be artistic and formal. That's what's really frustrating. Like, even when I translate it, it sounds like overly fancy. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. 수십 개의 생각들이 동시에 머리를 짓밟아. These dozens of thoughts pound my mind at the same time and make me dizzy. 나는 고개를 휘저 그러한 잡생각들을 전부 털어버렸다. I shook my head and got rid of all those kind of unnecessary thoughts. 하나씩. Okay, one at a time. 하나씩만 생각하자. Let's just think about one thing at a time. 나는 그렇게 중얼거리며 폐가촌을 떠났다. So I was thinking that, and then I left the abandoned, the ghost town. 지금은 단지 이 말, 그리고 악마를 숭배하는 종교에 대해 고민하고 생각한 것만으로도 시간이 부족하다. I don't have enough time just to even think about or worry about the religion that worships that, right? Yeah. The religion that's worshiping the devil, or even this village. I don't have enough time to think about this village or the religion, to think about the religion that worships the devil. Even just by thinking about those things, there's not enough time. I think it's to stretch it out. That's my guess too. Because if you just wrote it really simply, then you just click, the game would be done in like 1 hour. But I think they purposely wanted longer sentences. So you have to read it slower and think about it, and the game can last longer. Then before I knew it, it was lunchtime. 아니, 점심시간도 꽤 지나 있었다. No, it had been quite past lunchtime. 난 계획대로 주변을 탐색해 보기로 했다. So I decided to look around the area as planned. 아침에 사명 현장을 조사하느라 시간을 다소 소모해보려. I'd kind of used most of my time, though, in the morning when I was looking at the murder crime scene, investigating the murder crime scene. 오늘은 한 곳을 조사하는데 만족해야 할 듯하다. Seems that I'll have to just be satisfied with inspecting only one place today. 자, 그럼 어디를 조사해볼까? Okay, so where should I investigate? Okay, did the game save? Did anyone see if the game saved? I actually wasn't paying attention. I don't know if it's saved or not. It's possible it did and I missed it, or it didn't. Okay, and then where should we go? Maybe we can go... I don't think... Yeah, I didn't see... Okay, let's go to the Pegachon again. Because that's where our friend Cheishiri was. We already checked out... Did we check out any of this before? I don't think we checked out any of this yet. Okay, let's go here. Pegachon Pegyohe. So the abandoned church and the abandoned village. 나는 폐가촌 폐교회로 걸음을 옮겼다. So I started walking toward the abandoned church. That was fast. 폐가촌 중심에 있는 작은 교회. A small church in the center of the abandoned village. 과거 신을 모셨을 이 곳은 지금은 너저분하게 버려져 있다. So this place where they had worshipped a god in the past has now kind of become a messy. Left messy. Right? Yeah, untidy. Left untidy. 이 꼴이 왠지 이 말과 어울린다. The appearance of this kind of, for some reason, matches with the town, though. 신에게 버림받은, 아니, 신을 버린 사람들이 사는 곳이니까. It's a place that's been abandoned by God. No, a place that has abandoned God. Where people who have abandoned God live, is what he's saying. 쓸데없는 감상을, these worthless emotions I'm having. 나는 혼자 중얼거리며 주변을 둘러봤다. Just kind of murmuring to myself, and I looked around the area. 최근까지 마을 사람들이 드나든 흔적이 여기저기 보인다. I can see evidence of people in the village people have come and gone here up until recently. Where haven't we been? We've been only to a few places. We've only been to like, I don't know, I think 3 or 4 places besides the crime scene, maybe like 3 places. 자, 사소한 정보라도 놓치지 말자. All right, let's not miss even the smallest details. Let's get everything. Okay, let's check this giant cross out first of all. 커다란 십자가가 보인다. I can see a giant cross. 이 교회에 다니던 사람은 저 십자가를 보며 기도했으리라. I'm assuming those people were looking at the cross and praying, the people who had gone to this church. Yes, that's looks like a knife or something in there. I'm not sure though. 그러나 지금은 마치 신을 저주받듯 굵은 막대가 박혀 있는 볼품 없는 모양새의 물건에 불과하다. Hold on, I'm going to look up 불과하다 here. Okay, yeah. So all it is though is just items. Yeah, it's merely items that have a unshapen, not a very nice appearance, and there's a spike or something that's stabbed. There's a this is so weird. Yeah, there's like a heavy, what's the word? What did I just said it? Spike? Heavy spike or something that's been stabbed like it. 신을 저주, like it was cursing God. So basically there's this like spike that stabbed, this thick spike that's stabbed into the cross as if it's cursing God. And it's just an item that has a unshapely, a not nice appearance. Not spear, it's the thing you stab into Dracula. What's that called? Stake? I don't know what I was even saying. Yeah, stake, I guess. Jake from State Farm. Steak from Jake Farm. 잠시 감상에 빠져 있던 나는 시선을 옮겼다. So I was kind of caught up in my emotions for a bit and my thoughts a bit, and I changed focus. I looked at something else. Okay, there's nothing there then. There's a chair here. Interesting. 낡은 의자가 놓여 있다. There's a old chair placed here. 잠시 서서 의자를 이리저리 살폈지만 별 다른 건 없었다. So I kind of stood up and looked here and there around the chair, but there wasn't really anything unusual. Okay. What's this? 종이 박스를 조심스레 열어봤다. I carefully opened the cardboard box. 여긴 아무것도 없군. Ah, there's nothing in here. 뭐 딱히 기대한 건 아니었다. Well, I wasn't really expecting anything though. There wasn't really anything I was expecting. 나는 상자를 덮고 일어섰다. I closed the box. Well, covered the box again and stood up. 자, 계속 조사해볼까? Okay, should I keep looking? Alright, let's check this TV. 어울리지 않는 TV로군. Appears to be a television which doesn't really match here. 나는 TV를 바라보다가 고개를 돌렸다. So I was kind of staring at the TV and I turned my head. So nothing there, just a TV. What is this? Oh, what is this? Let's look at this. Oh, there's something here too. Okay, I'll check that out. Oh, here too. Okay, let's check this out first. 서랍장. It's a six shelf 서랍장. 6단 서랍장이군. 나는 하나씩 열어봤다. I opened them one at a time. I opened each one. 다른 서랍들은 비어 있었지만 the other shelves were empty. But 세 번째 서랍에는 in the third shelf was 독특한 느낌의 책이 한 권 들어있다. Had a kind of a peculiar book. A book that kind of felt peculiar. 구미호. I didn't expect to see 구미호 in this place, but anyway, it's an old storybook. 구미호 사냥. Oh, yes. 실제 구미호 사냥을 okay, we already did this. 이 마을 사람들은 이 책을 통해 구미호의 특징을 조사한 것으로 보인다. It appears that the village people through this book were able to research the characteristics of a 구미호. 즉, 이건 보통 이야기 책이 아닐 것이다. Basically, it's not going to be a normal storybook. 이건 중요한 증거가 될 거다. There's going to be some important I'm at 14 now. Important evidence. 나는 그 책을 가방에 챙겼다. So I put it in my backpack. Let's look at it. 관통. Interesting. That was impaled, I remember. Yeah. 실증되었던 포수들은 기이한 재단에서 뭔가의 간통. So the kumiho, that means the kumiho, we can know that it kills people by impaling them. Yes. So 권통. So this could be the kumiho. But it's not because it uses samonto. What about this one? No, that was damaged. So this was not the kumiho. Okay, so that helped us. That gave us one little check off our thing so we can know who did and who didn't do something. Heison. So this could be the Kangshi. This couldn't be Kumiho. We don't know about the other people. This could be Succubus. It could be Manyo. We don't know about that either. We don't know much about the... One of these uses 공포. It's a doll. 현혹. So that could be the Manyo. What about this one? 현혹. So this could also be Manyo. Ah, goodness. Okay. 넘어진 서랍장을 살펴봤다. I looked over the fallen cabinet. 어디 보자. Let's see. 걸리적거리는 서랍을 힘주어 열었다. With my strength, I opened up the cabinet, which was like shake rattling, I think. Is that right? I'm not sure. No. Blocked. Oh, okay. 머리 많이 쓰는 담정 게임. Yeah. You have to kind of think about. 그리고 그 안에서 뭔가가 툭 하고 떨어졌다. Something fell out from it. The inside. This is. Ooh. 낡고 신비스러운 느낌의 책이다. So we've already read these other ones before. This is just the same one. This is about succubus. So let's check this out. It says the exact same thing every time we get this book. Because there's lots of them. Okay. Succubus. Okay, so let's check this out. 공포. 공포. Perfect. Okay, so it's the 공포. So we can eliminate her from the one where it's 현혹. It was not... Oh, we already eliminated her from that. Okay, and we can eliminate her from here. She was already eliminated. Okay, that didn't help us. Anyway. All right. This one could be her because it's 공포. Alright, that wasn't helpful. I mean, it wasn't helpful yet. It'd probably be helpful with our next case, but it just wasn't helpful right now. Let's check this out. 구석에 보이는 상자가 눈에 띄었다. Like a box that I could see in the corner caught my eye. Yes, it's a Maxin, which is the 월간 맥신. It's the magazine for like ghosts and stuff. 흥미로 쓰여진 유명한 occult book. That's right. It's of course, it's the occult magazine. And this is the same thing every single time we get a Maxin magazine. Okay, let's check that out. Oh, that's right. It's not in there. It's in the here. But I don't think it really tells us about much. 공포 just talks about like the keywords and stuff. It's not really that useful. I didn't say you could stop studying with your head hurts. That's not what I said at all. I said that if your head hurts, that means you're studying. I said your head should hurt, is what I said. That's normal. That if you study and you don't feel your head hurting at all, you're probably not actually studying. Yeah, 짝퉁, Maxin. Yeah, I said that the Maxin is a parody of a Korean, basically Korea's Playboy magazine, kind of like that. Okay, I discovered a old book in the corner. 콜록. 손을 휘저어 먼지를 털어낸 후, after I kind of brushed off the dust, 책을 자세히 봤다. I looked at the book carefully. Looked at it in detail. Looked in detail at it. That doesn't make any sense. But that's what it is. 무슨 종교 서적 같은데 죄다 영어로 적혀 있다. Some sort of religious book, but it's all written in English. 별 도움이 안 돼. I don't think this is going to be helpful. Huh? 책 사이로 뭔가가 끼워져 있다. There's something stuck in between the book. 이 종교의 주교가 쓴 수기로 보인다. 수기. I don't know what 수기 is. It looks like a something written by the religious leader. Memoir. Okay. Some sort of handwriting memoir of the church leader. I don't know. Okay, that was sentence 16. 꽤 흥미로운 내용이 있을 것 같다. I think it'll be quite interesting read. 나는 그 수기를 품에 넣었다. I put that in my breast pocket. Yeah, I said you gotta keep not that you... Yeah, okay. That's not what... Until your head hurt. It should hurt. But that doesn't mean stop when your head hurts. That means your head should hurt, but that means you're studying. Okay, let's check that out too. Oh, was that a... Okay, here we go. Nothing really in here. I'm just skimming this really quick. It's talking about the devil that we met. Yeah, now his name's the Ipeja. Now he wants us to call him the Ipeja. He came to this village, blah, blah, blah. Why do we need an initiator, though, in this sort of event, though? That's kind of strange. I mean, if it's just... Yeah, why is there even this guy here? We don't even need him. Okay, it's hard for me to understand these sort of things, though, as just a person. Okay, nothing really. I was just trying to check if there's anything, like, that seemed really important there. Okay, let's check these out. 널브러진 종이들을 살펴봤다. I looked over these scattered papers. Okay, 버려진 종이들 사이에 잡지 책 한 권이 눈에 띈다. One magazine catches my eye amidst the kind of discarded papers. 월간 Satanism, so monthly Satanism. 본격적인 occult 잡지. So this is like a legit occult magazine. Should I take this? Okay, I think maybe it's going to be very helpful, but anyway, let's just bring it. Okay, let's check that out. Oops, I forgot. I always click the wrong thing. Okay, I'm not going to read that. Okay, we got everything. Okay, that's the same thing it always says every single time. Okay, I guess this is enough for now. It records your sessions, but you can't access them. It just has access to them for disputes. It says they record them just for that, and then they don't even keep them though for they delete them after a few days or something. It's just like if someone needs a refund or if someone complains about something that happens, then they'll have proof. But that's it. 위대한 분 is the Ipeja, Satan, the 악마. Okay. Okay, so now we're leaving. Some of these things are this. If I skip them, it's because it's we've already read it. We've already read it every single time. It's the same thing. Okay, I got 2 pieces of information about the demon girls and 3 pieces of information, records of the village. 좋아, 시간 내서 자세히 읽어보기로 하자. All right, let's take some time out of our day and read them in detail. I won't. Okay, yay, save! 저녁을 대강 때우고 숙소로 돌아왔다. I just kind of basically had a dinner and returned back to my place. 늘 그랬듯 일단 담요의 몸부터 파묻고 본다. Okay, just as always, I just kind of buried myself into the mattress. 내가 유일하게 한숨 돌릴 수 있는 시간. It's the only time that I can take a breath. Like, relax for a sec. Catch my breath. 일과 하나를 끝내고 잠시 스스로에게 휴식을 줄 때다. Now it's the time for me to kind of take a break for myself for a bit and finish up my schedule. 이제 물 흐야 흐드라. I don't know what this is. 물 흐야 흐드라. I don't know what that is. 물 흐야 흐드라. I don't know what that is. What does that mean, Stitch? It sounds like he's just saying random words. 물 흐야 흐드라. Like a chant. Like some curse or some spell. I don't know. 볼이 찌그러진 채 그렇게 중얼거렸다. Is this something we're supposed to chant? Yeah, you should. If your head hurts, you can keep studying. It's fine. Like I said, your head hurting is your brain trying to remember that stuff, and if you do it enough, you'll remember it better. Yeah, we used to have the everyone function until recently. It's only, I think, for admins and staff. Used to be for everyone. That was a mistake, but we've taken care of that. So I don't know what that means. Hey, memes. Kind of my cheeks were kind of scrunched, and I was saying that. I don't know why. Yeah. So I said that with scrunched cheeks. 이제 물 흐야 흐드. Ah, I get it. 이제 물 흐야 흐드. Okay, what do I have to do now? I get it now. I should have just read this next part. So basically he's like, oh, like scrunched cheeks. 이제 뭘 해야 하더라? 이제 뭘 해야 하더라? What do I have to do? What was it that I had to do? Like that. 잠깐 그렇게 누워 있자니 머릿속에 누군가가 떠오른다. It's kind of lying like that. Lying down for a moment. I thought of someone in my head. 이 말에서 만난 그 여자의 얼굴이다. It's the face of that girl that I met in this village. Which girl? There have been 6 girls. Wait, no, 5 girls that we've met. These girls. I wish I could eliminate some of these people. Pegu could be the Pegu. It keeps thinking Pegu is Hey Google. I didn't say it. I said Pegu. Stop it. Okay, it's not the Kumio. Could be Kangxi. Hyunhook. It's not the Manyo. Wait, it's Kungpo, so it's not the Manyo. Okay, cool, we can eliminate that. And it's Kuryongo, so it's not the Manyo anyway. Oh, I could have eliminated that anyway. Oh no, it is. Okay, it is Kuryongo, but it's Hyunhook, and this one is Kungpo. Okay. This one's also Kungpo. So it's not succubus either. 시체를 훼손한다. 폐가. Okay, so it could be that. What about vampire? It could be. Okay, so we've eliminated a little bit more. Let's check this again. So let's see. 만요, 현혹, and 구령어. Okay, it could be the 만요. And the vampire is... we don't know about that. Okay, let's check this one out. Same here. Husu. Ah, it's not the vampire. Does that mean Cheshiri is really the witch? Means we can eliminate her. Because it looks like this is Pegyo and Kang. This is Kang. But this is Hosu. So it means it's not the vampire. Right? Let's put these back. Okay. Its vampire is Paegyeon Kang, so it's not the vampire. Oops. 구미호. 시체를 관통한다. But this one is 훼손. It's just damage, so it's not 구미호. 시체를 훼손한다. Again, it could be 강시. Okay. I guess it could be 강시. Could be 강시. Okay. Because, yeah, because we don't have any other information about 강시 yet. I must have just misclicked by mistake for 강시. Could be 강시. Okay. 현혹. It is 현혹. 구령어. It is 구령어. Okay. 공포. It's not 공포, so it's not succubus. Okay. And then 시체를 훼손한다. Yes. And then they like 폐가. And it's not the succubus though. Oh, that's right. I already eliminated her. Okay. Vampire 최실이. So it could be 최실이 or it could be one of these two. Okay. I thought I had already eliminated. I was like, no. This one. Okay. So one of these three. Vampire, witch, or 유채린. Because 구미호, we just eliminated 구미호. 시체를 관통한다. No, wait, never mind. It's the one that I crossed out. It's the ones I crossed out that didn't do it. So far, there have only been 2 that are in every single case. That is the succubus and 구미호. But we don't know yet. We don't know who it could be. Okay. Whew, I was worried a bit. I was like, do we already eliminate 최실이? 왜 그 여자의 얼굴이 떠올랐을까? Why could I have thought about that girl's face? 그 사람이 인간이라고 생각해서일까? Could it be because I think that that person is a human? Who are we talking about? 아니면 단순히 정이 들어서, or maybe just because I kind of get along with her? 생각해보면 어느새 3번째 살인 사건이 일어났다. We already saw, wait, the third? We already saw the 세 번째. Okay. If we think about it, thinking about it though, suddenly before I knew it, the third murder case had happened. And of course, 의심되는 사람과 덜 의심되는 사람이 어느 정도 나뉘고 있다. 나뉘다. Could be that. Be divided. I think so. Yeah. And then after that, as expected, I was the people who I can trust and the people I can trust less got divided. So then it kind of split into who I trust and who I just trust less. I either have scrubs on or like I just rolled out of bed. Are you a doctor? Are you some kind of doctor, Cameron? That would explain why you dropped like $100 in my donation. Oh, Cameron, you have the opportunity to kill me on Sunday because I'm going to be doing, I'll tell you guys, I'm going to be doing, what do you call that? This thing with the weights. I can't even think, what's it called? This, where you lift the weight. One for every dab and one for every donation. And I'm not sure how much weight. It's going to be maybe 10 or 20 pounds each one. Curls. That's what it's called. Curls. Dentist. Oh, cool. Cameron, please remove my, I was too lazy to do it. Please remove my wisdom teeth. Sometimes they'll randomly hurt for a few days and then they'll just stop again. I got them x-rayed. The doctor's like, yeah, they're kind of coming in straight. They're just kind of still pushing the other teeth. I had 1 year, like 2 years ago, where they're hurting so bad for like 3 weeks and I was going to remove them. But then after 3 weeks, they stopped hurting again. Like, oh, I should remove them. But now it's like a big ordeal if I was going to remove them. So I'm like, whatever. Who cares? Yeah, totally. So I'm doing a curl every dollar donation. So if someone were to donate like $100, I'll die because I can't do 100 curls, but I would do 100 curls. I must study that word. I'm not focused on learning English, Cheryl. I'm trying to learn Korean. 누가 인간인지 밝혀내는 것도 중요하지만 of course it's important to figure out who's a person, who's a human, but 그 인간인 사람과 신뢰를 사는 것이 역시 중요하다. But of course it's important though to gain trust with that person who's a human. 나는 몸을 일으켰다. So I stood up. 남은 저녁 일과는 그 사람과 보내기로 하자. Let's spend the rest of our time tonight with that person for this evening. I removed mine, but that's because they never hurt. Yeah. I was only working 2 days a week, so I picked up a third. I finally could donate. Wow. You could work 3 days a week and make a living. I should have been a dentist. What am I doing? I think it just said 그 여자, just like that girl, just to make us think of who do we think. All right. Who should we spend time with? Like I said, the people that I don't know who it could be really. Oops, I don't want to do that. I don't know, who should we spend time with? We've spent time now with everyone. We've met this girl twice. We've met this girl 3 times. We've met her once. Met her once. So let's meet one of these other 3 girls. The vampire. I'm going to meet the vampire girl. Let's meet the vampire girl because she's one of the other ones I think that could be real. 좋아. 현민아를 만나러 가자. All right, let's go meet 현민아. 현민아의 방으로 향하면서 while heading toward her room, 나도 모르게 무거워진 발걸음을 느낄 수 있었다. I could kind of unconsciously feel my feet getting heavy. Oh, crunch. Okay. I wish I could help with wisdom teeth, but I only work with kids. Oh, that's fine. I'm a kid at heart. I'd send my kid to you, but he's got a dentist. We just haven't gone at all since last year because of the whole situation. We haven't really felt safe going to a doctor's office or anything lately. Too many people even in California not wearing masks. It's just we don't feel comfortable going to a place like that. Anyway, 현민아, 그 아이는 나에게 분명히 뭔가를 숨기고 있다. I'm sure that she is hiding something from me. 그것이 의외로 별일 아닌 것일지도 모른다. That just it might not really be anything though in a particular. Yeah, might not be anything surprising, but 가령 사실 현민아가 집안의 귀중품을 훔쳐 가출한 소녀라든지. I see. Maybe it's that she's some young girl who's left the house after stealing some sort of important item in her family. Maybe that's why she's here. Like she took something something valuable from her family and ran away from home. 파벨 콜. Yes. All right, take care, Lauren. I'm only going to do a little bit more, maybe another 10 minutes. 10 minutes more, and then we're going to stop. Like to tell people say E when taking pictures usually means E, but it's people say kimchi. E. Usually we say E when you want to have a kid brush his teeth. So you say E, and that's yeah, you could do E for taking pictures though. But yeah, if you want to do E is normally though used when you're trying to brush someone's teeth. 자, 이 해봐, 이, and then that's what it is. So that works. It's not because it's teeth. It's just because the E sound makes you do that. But it also happens to be teeth too. You didn't know? Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, that's like 이 하세요. 이 is what they say. So say that's. I don't know what you'd say in English, but you know what I'm talking about. So that's what it is. 이. 마약을 하다가 걸려서 숨어 지내는 아이라든지, or maybe she's some kid who's kind of like gone and hiding after getting caught doing drugs. 국가 전복을 꾀하는 간접이라든지, maybe some special spy who is what would that be? Taking over the country. Yeah. Trying to overthrow the country, maybe some sort of spy. Well, 이런 수준은 지금의 나에겐 있어서는 아주 가벼운 일이란 거다. Anyway, this sort of thing, though, to me right now is kind of just light speculation. Yeah, works too. But if you want them to do this, that's E. And this would be So there's both of those. 악마의 하수인인 괴물이 사람으로 변장해 나를 속이고 있다는 현실에 비해 보면 뭔가 가벼운 일이 아니겠냐만. Of course, it's not really going to be any sort of lighthearted speculation. If I compare it with the fact that maybe she's just trying to fool me by transforming into a human. If this monster who is a servant of the devil is trying to transform into a human and fool me, well then, compared with that fact, I guess it's not really such a lighthearted topic to think about. There we go, something like that. Maybe this should be Mika's sentence. Yeah, let's make this Nika sentence because you guys can see how difficult it is to translate naturally. I'm a general dentist, like the dude from The Hangover. Nice. I actually didn't see The Hangover. But I know what a general dentist, that's the dentist. That's not the person who comes in and gives you a sticker. That's like the dentist that comes in after the assistant cleans your teeth. No, actually, yeah, the assistant would clean your teeth. Then the general dentist comes in, takes a look, cleans some more stuff out, tells you about your x-rays, stuff like that. I didn't think that this sentence is difficult. I think it's difficult to translate. So yeah, this is Nika's sentence. So I'll give you, let me screen cap that. Oh, you got it. Okay, cool. Thanks. 나는 현민아의 방 앞에서 그런 생각을 하다가 혼자 피식 웃어버렸다. I just kind of went 키히히, laughing by myself, thinking about that in front of 현민아's room. 귀신은커녕 외계인의 존재도 믿지 않았던 내가 이런 일로 진지하게 고민하고 있다는 사실이 너무 낯설었던 것이다. It was so unfamiliar to me, the fact that I'm worrying about this kind of thing seriously, being me, who I don't even really believe in this sort of thing or even the existence of aliens, let alone ghosts. This would be a good Nika sentence too, but this was easier to translate. 사실 내가 꿈을 꾸고 있는 게 아닐까 하는 한가한 생각을 하며, I'm kind of just like thinking though maybe I'm just dreaming or something. And 나는 현민아의 방 문에 손을 뻗었다. Reached out my hand toward 현민아's door, thinking maybe this is just maybe I'm just dreaming or something. Like that.
피디님이세요?
Are you the producer? Is it you, the producer? Oh, 나야. Yeah, it's me.
들어오세요.
Come in. 조심스레 문을 여는 미나를 보니, seeing Mina carefully open the door, 더더욱 내가 겪었던 일들이 꿈처럼 느껴진다. The things that I've experienced start to feel more and more just like a dream. I don't kill rare exotic lions from Africa though. Thank you. That's a very controversial topic though, but anyway, yeah, I won't get into that. 미나는 그저 겁에 질린 연약한 고등학생처럼 보였다. She looked like a kind of a feeble high school student who was kind of caught with fear. Like a deer caught in the headlights, kind of like that, right? Yes. 문 앞에서 긴장한 내가 바보 같을 정도로 평범한 and such a normal high schooler that I kind of feel stupid being nervous in front of the door. It's like, it's stupid that I feel nervous that she's such a normal looking high school student. 보였다. Nice. Yeah. 보이다. Past tense. 보였다. So 처럼, to look like, 고등학생, high school student. 연약하다, like feeble, weak, kind of. 겁에 질리다, to be stabbed by 겁, cowardice. So like caught, like a deer caught in the headlights, kind of that sort of passive verb. 나는 잠시 그런 미나를 바라보다가 I was looking, kind of staring at her for a moment, and while I was doing that, 미나의 방으로 몸을 옮겼다, and I walked into her room. So I moved my body into her room, literally. 미나는 내게 방에 들어서자마자 문을 굳게 닫아버렸다. Mina, as soon as I entered into her room, she tightly closed the door. 자, 저 아이는 이 말을 극도로 경계하고 있었다. 극도. Okay. 극도로. Okay. I was thinking of it as something separate. Yeah. That makes sense. 극, extreme, 도, amount. So extremely. And then 극도로. She was extremely guarding herself from this village. So like she's really protective of herself from this village. Okay. That was 17. 하긴, yeah, I mean I can understand that though. 저번에 들었던 그 일들이 정말 사실이라면 그럴 법도 하다. You know, it does make sense though for that if what we had heard before was true about everything. 어린 아이가 겪기엔 너무나도 끔찍한 일이었을 테니. That's right. She had told us the story about like the crazy people like grabbing her leg and stuff when she entered the village. So that's what she's talking about here. It would make sense if what she had told me before that happened to her, if that were true, then it makes sense though. I mean, for a young girl to experience this, it would be such a horrible thing. I'm glad you guys like the abridged classes. I'm trying to edit them better and leave a little, you probably noticed though from the earlier ones where I just cut them as fast as possible, and then the more later ones where I'm like letting them breathe a little bit more. 문득 얼마 전 떠올렸던 추리가 떠오른다. 추리. 추리. I learned that word. I can't think of it, so let's put it in. That's right, inference. So your judgment, the way you infer from something. Oh yeah, Cameron, I don't know if I told you, but actually one of my really good friends in Korea is also a dentist. She works in Korea, there's the NFS, which is pretty much like CIA. It's Korea's CIA. So she works for that in Korea as one of their only dentists. I think they only have 2 forensic dentists. But she was working as a dentist at like, I think Seoul University or something, like one of the regular dentist places for a long time. She's pretty cool. Anyway, Cameron just went to bed, so he didn't hear any of that because I didn't read his message before I just said that. Take care though, in case you see this. I thought about suddenly thought again about the what was I talking about? So then what would this be here? Thought about what I had judged, what I had figured out from a little while ago, and I'm going to say that now. 이 마을 사람들은 내가 찾던 실종자들일 확률이 크다. So there's a high probability that these village people will be the missing people that I was searching for. That's the reasoning, that's the thing that I had just thought about. 주변 사람들에겐 멀쩡해 보였던 그 실종자들이, those missing people who kind of appeared normal to the people in the area, 이런 어린 소녀를 공포로 몰아넣었다는 사실이 새삼스럽게 소름 끼친다. Kind of get goosebumps again though, at the fact that thinking that these guys were kind of hold on, putting her into fear. Yeah. The fact that those missing people were trying to scare her, this young girl. So that kind of gives me goosebumps though. I feel like kind of like scared about that. 좀 괜찮아졌어? Are you kind of okay?
네.
Okay, Cheryl, here's your sentence. Cheryl, this is your sentence right here. Gotta be careful. Copy it down. Make sure you get every word. Might take you a while, but good luck. Okay, you got it, but it's only your sentence if you can get it in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, if you got it, it's your sentence. If you didn't get it, you're not gonna get then you'll have to get a harder sentence. 전혀 안 괜찮아진 얼굴인데. You look like you're not okay at all. Like you didn't get okay at all. 나는 분위기를 보고자 말을 돌렸다. I kind of changed the conversation to loosen up the atmosphere a bit. 평소엔 뭘 하고 지내? 혼자 심심할 것 같은데. Okay, and this is everyone else's sentence for today, and we'll stop here. Perfect. I was hoping that we'd get some sort of simple sentence before we finish today, and we did. Okay. You got the sentence? Yeah, YouTube says that the video's okay, so maybe it's just you getting lag, but I'm not sure if other people are too. Okay. Thank you. All right. So that's as far as we'll go today. Oops.
저 그냥
Oops. Yeah. So we got to talk with this girl again when we come back. All right. Thank you everyone for coming. And let's see. Today is what? Today's Thursday. So maybe I guess I can see you guys again on Saturday. Let's try for Saturday, because I think I should be able to finish completely with preparation for my filming by then. So yeah, let's do that. Take care, everyone, and make sure to do your sentences, especially you, Cheryl. Don't miss that sentence. I'll see you guys again next time.